As you look at the Red Horse, tale of the day brought to you by Red Horse, the #1 extra strong beer. Ito ang tama.
10 years difference, guys. So youth versus older, not old, but older. It's going to be good. They're about the same height and everything.
And the Red Army is in the house tonight. Give it up for the Red Hot Red De La Cruz.
There's a sweet smile on the face of Red De La Cruz, one of our ladies here at PXC 43, saying thank you to our friends from pxc.com.ph.
And here we go, the ring girls again. Here we go.
Well, calm down.
I've always wondered, what if they slipped and fell?
You know, I'm trying to do my job here.
It's all sweaty there. What if they slipped and fell? Oh my God.
The veteran referee of the PXC, Mr. Tony D'Angelo.
All right, ladies, we went over the rules yesterday, so I expect a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times, listen to my commands at all times. Touch gloves and let's do this.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
This is going to be awesome, bro.
Gina Iniong, Mei Yamaguchi, round #1 brought to you by Red Horse, the #1 extra strong beer. Ito ang tama. Both ladies in the fighting red and gold for Mei Yamaguchi. Here we go.
Yeah, back in the day, Mei was a featherweight champion. She was the final featherweight champion in Belgrade in Asia. So she had a belt one time for a long time. She never got rid of it.
And Mei Yamaguchi seems wary of the knockout power of Gina Iniong, using her footwork to stay out of harm's way.
In this case, I mean, you said she had a belt, Mei. I mean, what does that do to a fighter's confidence?
Oh, man. When you've traveled the world fighting, bro, it gives you confidence. You might be able to take a punch, but you know that you've stood up with better in the world, not just in Asia, but like in Finland, in America. So she's been around.
Oh, Mei Yamaguchi gets rocked with a right hand.
She's good. She's strong. Nice elbow.
But calm and collected is Mei Yamaguchi. Gina Iniong trying to use her youth, her strength. But look at Mei Yamaguchi, that solid base.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, her thighs are probably thicker than my thighs. Nice. She's a wrestler, so be ready to take it down to the ground here. You're going to see some wrestling, I believe, if Gina doesn't knock her out.
But good inside leg knees being let go by Mei Yamaguchi. Another knee to the inner thigh. Another one. Just looking to break Gina Iniong down. Taking damage.
But we know that Gina has great takedown defense.
Yeah, we saw it a little bit last time. I mean, it's like as we were talking about earlier, with the young fighters here, it's hard to really see what they're capable of because there's not like a history of them yet. So we're seeing it as we go along. It's getting better. We're seeing awesome takedowns by the Filipino fighters this PXC. So it's cool that we have new things.
Mei Yamaguchi keeping the fight close, not allowing any breathing room for Gina Iniong, and she's been dealing some damage with those inside knees. Again, over and over. I'm sure that is beginning to hurt as Gina Iniong refuses to be taken down. She's on one leg. Yamaguchi, let's go. And the crowd comes to life as Gina Iniong refuses to be taken down.
It's very good takedown defense right there.
Yep, fighting for it. They're calm and collected. Expected. I mean, that looked like a close takedown there for Yamaguchi. I want to see if Gina can separate and throw a punch. Like push away and just throw a punch.
The way Rolando Gabriel did in the previous fight, utilizing that split second of a distance.
Yes, that's right. By Mei's knees to the thigh, it could take away from that power punch there for Gina. Nice
foot stomp.
Another one.
Utilizing every part of her body, and Gina Iniong, Ali, has been on the defensive.
Yes, she has. I mean, what you're seeing right now from Mei is experience.
Oh, yeah. And strength. She's trying to control a little taller opponent.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Round #1. That's a beautiful takedown by Gina Iniong.
Sticking the car for you.
And now she's ready down. Let's Yamaguchi on the defensive.
Crowd goes wild. Always wanted to say that. And the crowd goes wild.
Gina indeed goes wild. This is Gina Iniong.
Putting on some ground.
Using the left hammer fists, ground and pound for Gina Iniong. But Mei Yamaguchi going for an armbar. Does she have a good hold? Does she have a good hold? Gina Iniong very tough, refusing to tap out. Iniong with a great hold. Iniong pulling back with all her strength and power.
back in the
Mei
same position.
Yamaguchi. And that arm is in a bad way. Iniong trying to roll out of it. Gina Iniong
Not
refusing
giving
to
up.
tap out.
This is warrior spirit, you guys.
Let's
Oh,
Yamaguchi up for a slam.
Goodness.
A la Rampage.
One more time.
Another one.
She is not letting go of that arm, though.
Crowd on its feet. Chants of Gina echoing in the Inanis Arena. And she gets out of the hold.
Let's see if she has any power to punch, though. Needs to throw
She
some
was in a
kicks. There you
bad
go.
way.
She was in a very bad position.
We don't even know. You know, it could be hyperextended. It looked pretty bad. They always say, you know, a good armbar when you thumbs up. The thumb of the opponent getting armbarred is up. That's how you know it isn't good. Now, she's not giving a thumbs up. That's where the thumb is pointed up, because that's the best extension. If your arm's down like that, if your thumb's down, then you can bend your arm a little. But her thumb was straight up in the air.
Right.
10-second warning. Here in round number 1, Mei Yamaguchi with a beautiful submission attempt, but Gina Iniong survives. Round number 2 coming up on PX. Gina Iniong and Mei Yamaguchi.
Gina needs to keep her distance and start punching.
It's Mei Yamaguchi still using that footwork, circling around the defense of Gina Iniong as Iniong connects with the right hand.
Well, I think Gina has to avoid any submission attempts.
Oh, slammed her
Right
against the cage.
Mei on top, a little reverse there. She almost had her back.
Oh, she has her pin.
In this position
Right hand.
before.
Right hand.
This might be it.
That was the same exact time that how Gina took on
Natalie Hayden.
yes, from France. That was just like how it ended. It was close. She had her arm tied down and started just raining down punches.
We have some blood now.
For those watching at home, these are females, and this is awesome for the Philippines to show them that you can be a girl and you can be a practitioner of MMA. This is opening new doors.
And Mei Yamaguchi trying to get into position.
And there's nothing not girly about Gina. She's 100% awesomeness even outside the Terradome.
Mei Yamaguchi with good control on top. Trying to keep it close. Gina Iniong. Iniong trying to push off. Left, right elbows by Mei Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi on the offensive, but Iniong back to her feet.
A little thing that we see different there, Ali, is so this is a Lakai fighter also in Gina, where when she takes down, she keeps busy. How we saw earlier, where Jerome Wanawan would take down and he didn't. So it's not a Lakai teaching. It's just that's what his mentality is. She's got a killer instinct, man. She wants
you can
to
see it
finish
in
this
her
fight.
eyes.
But you can see a little blood on the nose of Gina Iniong.
There's the inner thigh kick there.
And those short knees, rights and lefts to the inner thigh of Gina Iniong, trying to break her down, make it easier for Yamaguchi to take her down.
Nice knee whistle.
And those small knees, they don't look like they're doing any damage, but believe me, they are. They hurt. I certainly don't want to have to be on the receiving end of that.
Oh man, Ali, how many times did you get in a bustle in your PBA career?
Yeah, quite a few times, but nothing
like this.
Nothing like this.
2:30 remaining here in round number 2.
Nothing like any Kelly knees, huh?
Nothing. Yes.
I actually ran into Kelly last night, and I was hanging out with a certain fighter, and I had to introduce him and say, "Hey, this guy was throwing knees in a basketball game." We're like, "No, he wasn't. We had the video. It was
Oh,
perfect."
look at that! Speaking of knees, Gina Iniong fighting back,
Yep, with
firing
knees.
off knees of her own. But Iniong seems to be in a bind. Mei Yamaguchi
They're still going.
just slowly but surely pounding away.
2 minutes left in the second round here. This has been a great fight so far. It's very active. There hasn't been any tie-ups where they just stop. They're just going and going. Whether it was standing up or taking down, we see a lot of action.
And Mei Yamaguchi at this distance is not allowing Gina Iniong to explode.
One of the cool things, this is a co-main event, guys, and these are, this is Gina. This is the fighting Filipina. This is so cool for her and her young career.
Again,
Nice takedown.
using her weight against her. Bad position. Yamaguchi is down. Iniong.
Eating punches.
Iniong trying to get her offense going. Yamaguchi holding off that right hand.
Wrist control, that's experience right there and wisdom from an older fighter.
She knows that this was the exact same move that Iniong used against Natalie Heidel. As Yamaguchi explodes.
Yamaguchi was like a football player.
And you know, she seems to be taking those punches from Gina.
She winces and then shakes it off.
That's right.
This is just fight experience for you. 11-6-1 in her career. So all of those fights getting nailed probably harder by some other opponents have prepared her for this type of strength from Gina Iniong.
Yeah, as a judo practitioner, man, she's a judo expert. She's been going judo for more than 3/4 of her life.
35 seconds remaining in round number 2. Iniong, a lot of fire in her eyes.
Both fighters squaring off. We got both sides of the nose bleeding on Gina.
Iniong still staying active, bouncing on her feet, looking for an opening. Tried to go for a big swing, but missed. Yamaguchi shoots again, but blocked and stuffed on that takedown attempt. Dangerous quarters here. 10-second warning, round number 2. Iniong has found some openings earlier on, but Yamaguchi quick to counter.
There's round number 2, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
ends the second round. Back in a moment.
Wow. Puppy, man.
Gina Iniong, battered but not unbowed. Red Horse, bringing round number 3, brought to you by Red Horse, the #1 extra strong beer, Ton Tama. Here we go.
This is me, man. Like, when the girls fight, they just seem to throw down.
Oh, yeah.
They just scrap nonstop.
Dude, this could be a main event for all I care. This has been awesome.
Yamaguchi
Fake
ducking.
upstairs and downstairs, but reverse counter.
One more time,
Once
Iniong with
again-
the left hand.
Once again, Gina loves that move. She gets her pinned up on the cage with the hand control, wrist control, and starts pounding.
And Yamaguchi has her in the same position as well.
That's right. I mean, again, she started taking those punches, but now we see she's on top.
Iniong back on her feet.
Trying to take it back.
Oh, Yamaguchi trying to go for the neck. Trying to go for a rear naked, but couldn't hold on.
You know, I'm in awe of Yamaguchi's power and skill at 31 years of age. It is awesome. She's doing a great job. Gina's doing a great job. Guys, these are athletes. This is awesome. This is great for the sport of MMA in the Philippines and in Asia that we have females at such high class. Not
So
boring
far,
at all.
I love it.
Mei Yamaguchi, those little things that she's been doing could be scoring the points in her favor.
Yep.
That's right.
Iniong looking to explode. Bad position again for Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi trying to scramble out. Wrist control. But Yamaguchi goes back up on her feet and pins Iniong back against the cage.
Yeah, right into Gina's corner, so it's an advantage for her. She's got her coaches right there telling her what to do, telling her to pull a little crossface going on right there. That's wrestling. I know the fact that the wrestling coach for Lakai is an amazing wrestler. I think he's wrestled in Abu Dhabi, Iran. He's great. He's spent all his time here now in the Philippines teaching these guys, which I'm big ups to him because we need wrestling coaches here in the Philippines. Shout out all around the world. If you want to come teach some wrestling, please come to the Philippines. We need wrestling coaches.
And speaking of wrestling, Mei Yamaguchi showcasing her wrestling skills against Gina Iniong. Iniong has had some explosive moments, but Yamaguchi has been pinning her against the cage almost at will and then attacking her leg with those inside knees.
Body control. Just wearing her down. Those little, like Ali said earlier, those little tiny knees, man. Doesn't seem like they do much, but I'm telling you, tomorrow, you're gonna hurt. You're not gonna want to walk, man.
You're not going to want to walk.
As blood continues to trickle out of the nose of Gina Iniong, now using that left shoulder to attack earlier on. Tries to go back to the right hand. That's been her bread and butter for this fight. She has to do something drastic with under 2 minutes, with a little over 2 minutes remaining in round number 3.
Yeah. Question for Ali, because I know he's traveled and played basketball in different countries. When you went and played, was it hard to play because you weren't on your home soil?
You know, in some cases it was. I remember traveling to Dubai. Yeah, that first game we had was tough for me. I ended up with 0 points. But you know, I was about to ask you about that question.
Oh, look at that combination by Iniong. Utilizing the left jab now in round number 3. But Yamaguchi again with a takedown attempt. And finally takes down Gina Iniong.
Yeah, because I mean, like I was saying, Yamaguchi's here. She has one person with her. That's why big props to the Philippines for cornering her too. She brought one of her friends. and she's not on her home soil. I mean, she's way far from home.
But she's doing a pretty damn good job right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. That's why, you know, you never know. Sometimes it hypes you up, and sometimes it makes you sad. Not sad, but, you know, kind of brings you down a little. Because she knows the crowd's not in her favor.
And of course, you know, her experience. I mean, I'm sure she's been through this so many times. She has been through it so many times.
Yep.
A little over a minute remaining in round number 3, and Mei Yamaguchi is looking to be in cruise control, just pounding away, wearing Iniong down. And with all these sequences with Yamaguchi almost getting body control, could that win the fight in her favor? Iniong has had some explosive moments as well.
Takedowns
some
on both
takedowns
sides.
as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close one to call as we enter the dying seconds of round number 3. Crowd coming to life, chanting Gina Iniong's name, but will that be enough to power her up? Yamaguchi relentless on this attack.
I mean, you see, obviously Mei is aware of Gina's power. And this is part of the strategy right here.
Iniong holding on, trying to prevent Yamaguchi from raining down bombs on the defensive. Tries to get her up, 10-second warning. Trying to go for an up kick, but ankle control by Yamaguchi. Trying to go for one last stand is Mei Yamaguchi as we end the 3rd round in this war between the women.
That was awesome. Amazing fight from the girls, guys.
What do you think?
That's
We will
close.
find out in just a moment as we wait for the winner's announcement. Right now,
With judge number 3 scoring the bout, 29-28 Yamaguchi. Judge number 2 scoring the bout, 30-27 Iniong. And judge number 1 scores the bout, 29-28 for our winner by way of split decision, Gina